Hi everybody, I hope you are doing great. Let's continue our project. If you remember the project that we are working on nowadays is a project, let me find out. It's about DeepCrack, I think, for finding cracks, and we create something. Now let's go and take a look at the models and see what we get in the results. We get model 8 and the result. Let's check which one of the models result we have now. It's really important, the first step for us. Okay, we need to analyze the model 6 to model 8. Let's take a look at model 6. The model 6 metrics are pretty complicated, I think. Let's take a look. It's pretty like other models. Predicted correct, actual non-correct, actual non-correct, predicted correct, okay. Actual non-correct, actual correct, predicted correct, actual correct, predicted correct, and these two zeros. Okay, let's review that for some of you don't understand or seen other videos. We are creating a project, a neural network that can predict the cracks and find the is a crack or not. Now, if you look at it here, we have actual cracked and predicted cracked. It's important if we have actual cracked and it's predicted that. And as you look, it's pretty good. This thing is the best thing for us and it's pretty good. But there is another problem. It also predicted actual non-cracked, predicted cracked. So that means it's predict everything to be cracked. So this model is not good because it's saying everything is cracked, and we can't take our time for that because it's going to overestimate. Let's go to model 7. Okay, let's see predicted cracked, actual non-cracked. Let me copy that. Predicted cracked, actual non-cracked, predicted actual non-cracked. Okay, predicted cracked, actual cracked, actual non-cracked, predicted non-cracked, actual non-cracked, predicted non-cracked. It's better than the past model, but we didn't get any improvement. It's just simple. I think it's not good for us because, as you can see, here is also very important. These two things are the most important one and they are both low. I agree with that. If it's 0, that means it's always predict right when it's cracked. But also it's going to create a lot of false alarms and that they are going to be painful. And the result of the model 8 is also like that. So I don't really like that. So let's try to see if we can upgrade the model more or not. Sometimes ChatGPT and Gemini can't help you enough in upgrading because you need something more than them to upgrade your model to look better. Let me give you an example. Sometimes you need to change the architecture and the way you are approaching your data. But for now, let's see what we have in the past and try to create it better. Let me copy the model 8 here and rename it model 9. Let me just open Anaconda. It's a lot of days that I'm not coding because nowadays I'm trying to get a job or apply for a university. Okay, let's wait. It's activate. Jupyter notebook. Let's wait for the notebook to open up. Okay, the ChatGPT also here. If you don't know, I'm Iranian. Because of that, some of the text that you see are, and you can't write that, it's because they're Iranian. but it's not important because every app that I'm using now are free and you can download it also and use it in your country. Okay, let's open it. Let's rename it to Model 9. Okay, now this is the code, I think. Or this is the code. The second one is the code and the first one is not the code. The first one is text. Okay, let's copy that. Can you upgrade this model because the results are not useful and it predicted like this. Let's give him the result because it's good, it have it, it can understand better. Hold Control Shift V. Okay. Okay, ChatGPT is going to upgrade that. Let's wait for that. I also want to see if I can open Gemini. Okay, I can't. Oh, why it's no, it's not disconnected. Okay, tell me in English. It's like a code cut off in the very end. Okay, let's complete the code. Why the code is being cut off? It's complete. Let's copy the code again. It's Persian, it's not something different or meaningless. Okay, it's going to upgrade that. Let's see what is going to happen. Let's wait for that to complete. Okay, let's wait. You see, it's very complicated because we are in image processing and hopefully or more or less my system is not good enough to process something like this. Because of that, I think I'm going to close this project unfinished because I can't get enough memory for doing that, but it's really nice that I can sometimes run it. Okay, let's wait for it to run. Now I'm going to open another project, Model 10. Let's copy Model 9, rename it Model 10. Okay. I want the best result. Can you change or upgrade the model for the best of the best performance? Let's wait for it. Okay, let's go to Model 10. Let's see if it's running or not. Yes, it's running, but as you can see, the epochs are really going to take its time to run. Okay, let's read the options. Custom model, transfer learning. Okay, create option A. Transfer learning is the things that you, before running your code, get your models, your neural network, some weights, that the weights are created from the real world, and this is very useful in very models. The simple example for that is that if you see or not, for example, let's say you have a neural network that can find the difference between an ant and elephant. Now you want to create a neural network that can find the difference between a cat and dog. Some of you may get a lot of pictures of a cat and dog and start from the zero, but some of the people do another things. They use the weight that they gain from the ant and elephant classification and then train on their weight, and the weight adjusted to the new classification, and in this way the time become lower and the results are always or often become better. Okay, let's wait for it. The problem here is that because the chat sometimes becomes so heavy that you can't load it, it's because of that, and it's really not okay. It's not really something so special. You can always deal with that, but just let's wait for that and see what is going to happen. And also, if you want, there are another ways you can refresh your chat page unresponsive. Let's refresh that. Always refreshing the page is going to give you the result you want in this matter, but you maybe remember when you refresh your code, the last thing you have is always going to delete it. Let's open ChatGPT again. Okay, I think maybe we are going to have some problems. Let's see if I can load my past chat. Okay, let's see if I can get my chat. Okay, it's write it. The code is here, the option A is here. I'm going to copy that and paste it here. Delete this thing and paste it here. And I'm going to run it to see the result. And by running the result, I can get the thing I want. Okay, it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of awful time. Until then, I'm going to end this video, and after that, we're going to sum it up, because as you can see, my system is not very good at running this kind of models, because they need a good system that I don't have. So the next lesson is going to be the lesson that we are going to end this project because of the lack of the GPU and CPU, and maybe in the future we are going to continue that in a better time. Bye.